Welcome Aquarius, Pisces, Cusp to your Astro Dice reading for June. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, let's get in here, guys. See what's going on. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses for the beautiful Aqua Pisces. Best house. Got some Jupiter energy coming through. The 7th house, partnerships. And the Gemini energy. Wow. I like it. Let's get that Jupiter coming out. Love that energy. Your confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. This, no matter what, is expanding your relationships, partnerships, contracts, collaborations, one-on-one connections in the 7th house. Doing it Gemini style. Going to be very communicative over here, guys. We also have Mercury retrograde going on the 29th, as well as the full moon, the full moon in Capricorn. Communications, informative information, exchanging information, networking. Okay. Well, the message that I'm getting here so far is that there's some kind of important connection that may grow from a partnership or evolve. If you're already in a partnership, it could be evolving into something better, deeper. If you've had, if you've had problems, it could be resolving those problems. So let's look and see what's going on, because no matter what, the communication is the key to unlocking whatever opportunity is coming for you. Right, so let's get in here and get straight into the situation. Situations taking place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and end of the month. Grabbing a clarifier on each, and then seeing what's going on in July as it reaches July. Okay, see how it rolls over. In the beginning of the month, we do have 4 of Cups. That's a great way in reverse. You see the Ace of Cups. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Come on, guys. You guys, this is amazing. No longer feeling out in the cold. Moon in reverse. And a clarifier. Clarify on this situation, please. 7 of Coins in reverse. It's like, okay, but I mean, it's starting out good. Well, my friends, the month is definitely waking up to something you may have overlooked before, but I do like all of the cards in reverse. I mean, you have renewed awareness. You can see the Ace of Cups. You know there's new opportunities. You're becoming more open to new opportunities and possibilities that were previously ignored or unseen, right? Too busy looking at the disappointments in the past. Recovered energy, not feeling out in the cold anymore. So there's definitely signs of improvement and movement away from that difficult period within your partnerships and relationships, whether it's romantic, business, family, business partner. You have some hidden truths. As the confusion's lifting, the secrets are coming to light, right? The situations are becoming easier to understand. What was uncertain starts to make sense. But this is where it's kind of like a twist, right? This is where because you have the impatience, realizing that something hasn't been producing its results as you expected. So even though all of this stuff is lifting and you're starting to get clarity and feeling better about the situation, there's still something here that you may decide to stop investing the energy into because that situation isn't growing, or you might want to choose a different approach altogether when it comes to this partnership. Because you're saying, I see what's going on in the situation, I'm feeling better, but every seed that I plant to really improve the situation is not improving. I'm getting clear on situations, but I don't know. So, I mean, the clarity is replacing the uncertainty, but you're deciding whether or not this really is really worth it. Okay? Is it really worth taking the time out to reconcile with this person, to grow with this person, to continue to put my energy and time into this person and plant seeds? Okay? So it looks like you resolve some issues, but they're not going in your favor. Not the favored outcome that you're expecting. Let's put it that way. It's like a romantic relationship. Let's just put it this way. You know, it's like we've been having all these issues. We've been silent. We walk on broken glass next to each other. Now we've come clear what the issues are, but they're still not showing me the ultimate romance, love, security, attention, all of those things, right? The way I would like it to be. Okay? So maybe they're not as warm as you would want them to be. They're still feeling a little cold. Just not as cold as before. Queen of Wands. In the mid-month, King of Cups. Yep. You guys could be dealing with a Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. Right? Could be anybody in the world. Yep, there it is too. The Hierophant coming out. So you have the Queen of Wands, King of Cups in reverse to the Hierophant. Clarifying on the situation. So, I mean, you have the conversations, Judgment, the Great Awakening. Whatever conversation was taking place, just it didn't work the way you wanted to. Maybe the conversation's not enough. Right? Not on the same page. So, getting over here with the Queen of Wands, somebody's still a little icy cold or quiet. The Queen of Wands is showing that attraction, charisma, confidence, someone who knows their worth. It's almost like, Aqua Pisces, you are stepping into this stronger, more assured energy of yourself. But someone is definitely emotionally guarded. Whoever you're dealing with is still emotionally guarded, withdrawn, quiet. Like I said, icy cold. That's where that, I'm not sure. It's getting better, but it's not where I want it to be. They're not, you know, they're struggling to express their feelings. They may care deeply, but they have a difficulty showing it. And then that makes it hard for you to say, how do I know that they care deeply, deeply if they can't show me the love? Like I said before, it's like we could have been walking on glass and eggshells and then, and getting closer, but they're not showing that romantic side. They're not expressing their feelings the way I want them to. Is it worth my time? I want someone to express feelings. You are Aqua Pisces. You do want someone who shows that romantic side, who shows that interest, who shows that deep emotion. Of course you do. And most signs do. But you have that Pisces in you, which is very romantic, very expressive, very emotional, intense. And you want this commitment to be just that. There could be this, just feeling like there's this emotional distance, or keeping their true feelings hidden from you, where you were like, are you going to ever show these? The Hierophant, points directly to the commitment, lessons, higher guidance, traditional relationships, contracts, taking something more seriously. And I feel like that's exactly what it is. I thought you were going to take this more serious, but I'm noticing, even though we got through this in the beginning of the month, you're still by the end of the beginning of the month, by the 10th of the 11th, you're not doing what I thought. You're still closed down. And then all of mid-month, there they are, completely closed down. So, I mean, this is bringing in that wake-up call and realization, making some kind of important decision for yourself, Aqua Pisces, of what it is you're going to do. Something reaches this point where it can no longer remain unspoken or unresolved. This truth is recognized within yourself about what is going on in this situation. So you're being very confident and visible and attractive and being awesome, right? The awesomeness you are, really feeling good, trying to limelight, trying to like be the beautiful, beautiful, and they're emotionally closed off, difficult to read, reluctant to even express what they truly feel, or if they even feel anything. Like, do you even feel anything? Now, the judgment suggests that the silence won't last forever, but you have to ask yourself, is it because I'm speaking up to make them speak up? Because that's what it looks like. As you have this realization of what's going on, it's going to make you want to reach a turning point within how you're communicating in Gemini, and it's definitely in the Gemini zone. But we have to say, like, how is it going to go, right? Towards the end of the month, and then I'll grab the 2 cards going into July to see what's going on. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, you can find all the information in the description area under this video and every video. If you guys don't know where to find that on your phone, which I've had a few people tell me, it's where it says more. Okay. Okay, so let's get in here. You have the 3 of Wands, anticipating the Queen of Swords in reverse. No! The Death in reverse to the 3 of Cups in reverse. Wow, I'm actually going to take them both because that's, okay, at the bottom of the deck you have the 4 of Pentacles going into July with the Knight of Wands. And grabbing a clarifier, let's clarify on that. I don't usually grab 2 cards on the end, but you know what? It felt like they like came out together. It's like it has to be here. They have to know that. Let's go. 7 of Coins in reverse. No, excuse me. It can't be 7. We already have 7. It's 8. 8 of Coins in reverse. So it looks like you're really looking towards the future, but realizing that something unresolved cannot come along from this journey. I mean, look, the horse is looking straight at the Queen of Swords. Guys, could also be dealing with a Gemini, another Aquarius, or a Libra. Could be anybody, though, right? But he's looking right at him, almost like, you know what? I'm anticipating that you would change around, but because of the current circumstances, you're ready for the growth. You're ready, for a lot of you are ready to move on from this situation. This is not going to work. You see it. Yet, you know, through all the miscommunication and the cold words, now there could be actually saying things. You open them up, right? You said something. Now all of a sudden they're thinking about what's going on, and a lot of you, they could be coming back very cold, very mean. Okay? Others of you, it's just there's silence. They're still keeping that emotional distance. There could be, if they're, you know, using cold words, it could be because of resentment. Okay? Otherwise, it could just be still that emotional distance because someone or whoever this person is isn't being fully honest with the way they feel. Okay? So still keeping you on the sidelines of how things really should be within a relationship. I mean, this Queen of Swords really just reinforces that connection of the King of Cups and how they're acting, where that communication, emotional expression has truly become blocked. It's just weird. It's almost like they opened up a little bit over here, but just not to the anticipation of what you wanted. Then they become more distant. 360. Now so cold. So distant. And now so distant, I don't even know where you are. Where'd you go? So the Death reversed over here shows that resistance to the ending of you not 100% giving up, or them not 100% giving up and letting go of something that has already run its course. There may be this reluctance to accept that the relationship dynamic is not going that way. Maybe they're in, look, maybe both of you, maybe them, maybe you, okay? Take it how it resonates. This isn't a personal reading. Okay, but the situation needs to change no matter what. You know that. Nobody in the world knows what the hell they're doing. They're just sitting over there thinking everything's fine, right? I'll just be who I want to be and everything's fine. What are you whacking? It's like, what are you yakking about, right? Everything's fine. I don't know what you're doing. Why do you need all this attention? What's wrong with you? You see what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, just sit in your recliner. Sit in your recliner and relax, right? Three of Cups can point to gossip, third-party interference, social tensions. But in this one, it's just being exclusive. Just people not being on the same page. You know you're not on the same page. That's really what I'm getting out of that. But you're starting to really realize that there's no longer putting in consistent effort. I think it's you, even though you're kind of resistant to take the reins and actually let go of this relationship or this situation. You know deep down inside, right, that this person is very disengaged and distant and distracted, or unwilling to put in the work in the relationship to improve the situation. You have this realization. Okay, one side's trying, the other's not. I mean, this is definitely an unresolved connection. And then over here you have the Four of Pentacles right side up, which means you're still holding tight to this and fighting for this with the Knight of Wands. Or they are going to come in and fight for this because they see you walking away. Okay? You, like I said, take it how it resonates, because you're going to say, no way, because I'm not holding on. Okay, then it's them. You're going to realize that all of a sudden they want to come around as soon as they think it's done, and they're going to want to fight for this. They're going to ask you questions. They're going to wonder what's going on. Coming at you impulsively. Impulsively for what? What was underneath it? Not for what you all of a sudden think, though, because they want to be bossy about the situation. They want to know why this is happening. What are you doing, Aqua Pisces? Why are you doing this? Emperor in reverse. They might even be trying to manipulate you to stay with them as they're trying to hold tight to you. Absolutely. Manipulating the situation into their favor. Because no matter what, they don't want to walk away from this. Holding tight. I still think it's them. I'm going to say it's them. I don't think it's you, because I see you looking towards them saying, I don't think this is going to work. Unless you got, look, unless you said something and it upset them and they're walking away and you're still holding on, that could be the outcome, okay? And then you could come back. But then that would say that you're still trying to manipulate the situation, right? In your favor. Okay, I don't really see that. I see it the way that I see it, okay? Because on your side, there's too much clarity about what's going on within this situation. Now, cross watchers can say it's Aqua Pisces for sure, okay? But no matter what, there's this turning point that's just, you know, wanting to choose growth over the stagnation, but this person says, no, I like it the way it is. Alrighty. That was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.